What is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new Dragon Ball Legends video on Dragon Ball Central. Today, we are going to be talking about what you can do right now to be preparing for the first anniversary celebration. You definitely need to make sure that you do all of the things that I mentioned in this video, because that's going to set you up to take full advantage of every single thing that might happen in the first anniversary celebration itself. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. So first and foremost, guys, I think the most important thing to mention here is that you need to be building up all of your resources. And the most important resources to build up right now are definitely going to be Zeni and then Super/Rising Souls. Just souls in general, very, very important to build up at the moment. Now, the main way you're going to be able to build up Rising Souls, obviously going to be through continually cycling these adventures, which are currently actually on half time completion, which means that you're going to be able to get a full group of 5 of those done every single hour and a half. Now, will everybody be able to do that? Especially people that aren't on phones? Probably not, but it's still only going to take half the time to complete them, so it's definitely worth going ahead and just knocking out as many as you physically can. Just make sure you're always cycling them and make sure that, you kind of keep up on this, because it is going to give you a nice padding as far as future content is concerned as we get more and more characters and more class ups. Obviously it's looking like we're probably going to be getting some type of level cap increase with the next update or the next major update, So definitely going to be something you guys want to have totally figured out and ready. Now, it is worth mentioning that if you're an avid PvP player and you haven't spent too many of those rare metals, you're probably going to be able to spend those on your Rising Souls and Super Souls as well. But you would rather not spend them, because there's going to be things that we can spend them on that will definitely have more value down the line. So it's probably worth just going ahead and knocking out as many of these adventures right now as you can, and then saving up your rare metals for other things in the future, whether that be cool cosmetics or, just other items that are worth a little bit more. Now, other things probably worth mentioning here is that you need to be going ahead and just doing as many Brilliant City missions as you possibly can, or adventures rather, as you possibly can, because that's going to give you an influx of Zeni. And Zeni is going to go very quickly, especially if we do end up getting this next class up with this newest update that's going to be coming out around the anniversary time. So make sure that you go ahead and take advantage of the Brilliant City adventures right now. Get as many of them cycling again as you possibly can. And then you're going to have a nice padding of Zeni to be able to be built up and take, again, full advantage of whatever this content is going to be in the future. And really, I doubt we're going to see anything better happen than the halftime adventuring that we're seeing right now, as far as at least adventures are concerned. We very possibly could see something better introduced into the game, maybe a 3rd time or a 4th time adventuring, but I kind of doubt that they're going to do something like that extreme, at least right now for the first anniversary. We're probably going to see sort of an alternating of what they're going to be increasing the output of. So, taking away from the adventure time reductions and then giving it to something else, like maybe giving us more crystals or something like that. So it's very possible they do something better, but just in case they don't, it's probably worth building up a nice pool of Zeni right now. Going over to items, another thing very worth mentioning right now is energy tickets. I've got 63 5 energy tickets built up. That's over 300 energy, guys. That's a lot of energy. So we can definitely go and knock out any content that we do want to. Obviously, there are going to be events and, specific things that we're only going to be seeing during the actual celebration itself. And those are things you're probably going to want to be completing on a daily basis, or just knocking out whenever you possibly can. Grind it out and finish it up. Get every free thing that you can out of it, because it's definitely going to be worth doing. So having that extra energy to, play at a certain time of the day and just play until you're done is a really, really great opportunity. And lo and behold, you're going to be able to get a decent amount of tickets right now. Now, obviously, Yamcha's Home Run Derby probably going to be ended by the time you're watching this video, but I will mention, the actual exchange shop itself is still open, so if you have medals left over, you haven't actually gotten those energy tickets, it's pretty much the best value in the shop that you can get, so definitely consider that. Otherwise, Legends Road, the Great Saiyaman 1, is open for another week as of the recording of this video, and there are some really, really great options there for not only skip tickets, which are very, very good options. You can spend 10 skip tickets on 200 of these medals, and then spend those medals, the bronze medals here, 200 of them, that's 40 skip tickets. So you're going positive and you're only losing out on energy, which you probably wouldn't have been spending at that time anyways. Maybe it's something just in the morning before work or something like that. You just want to throw all of your skip tickets into something to get, a daily knocked out, and that's probably going to be the best thing to do, because you can go positive by about 30 skip tickets per 10 skip tickets used. It's a very, very good option. Again, if you've already gone ahead and gotten all of the energy tickets like I have, you've already gotten them, so you don't have to worry about that. But skip tickets also a really great option, because some of these are going to be a little bit grindy. Some of these events are going to be very grindy, and it's going to take a while for you to actually, fully complete them. So you are going to want to have a nice influx of skip tickets, a few hundred of them at least, to be able to knock out that content. And again, if you're, going to work and you just have a couple minutes, you don't have any time to actually grind, you can just get on, use up all your skip tickets for then, and use up all your energy with those skip tickets, and then you're done with it. You're moving on with the rest of your day, and you just wait for your energy to refill again, and you can go back in on some more skip tickets, and just sort of repeat the process until you've used up pretty much everything in the shop. So it's a pretty great opportunity there, guys. Definitely take full advantage of, again, your energy tickets first off, and then after that, your skip tickets. So guys, if you've gone ahead and knocked out all of that I've just talked about, you've basically built up your resources, you've got a lot of Zeni, you've got all your skip tickets, you got all your energy tickets, and you're just basically done with all of that content, then basically the best thing for you to be doing is knocking out hard story mode and normal story mode. Get all of the crystals you can. Once you've done that, then you've basically gotten to the point where I am, where you just want to go ahead and max out pretty much every single character that you have, apart from probably some heroes that you're going to use to get certain missions knocked out in events, which you definitely want to keep a couple heroes at least at level 1 or at level 300-ish to be able to deal more hits to a very, very low opponent, to be able to knock out some of these missions that require multiple hits to be done against a low-level opponent. Otherwise, it's just not possible to do those missions, so definitely consider that. But otherwise, just knock out all your extremes, all your sparkings, get them maxed out to level 2000. You don't actually need to max out their soul boost all the way to 498%. Only do that if you're actually planning on actively using a given character. But since we don't know what's coming with this anniversary, it could be any number of things, including Super Vegito. Probably going to get Super Vegito, probably going to get base form Legends Road Vegito. But I will say that we don't know what else is coming. Probably some form of Boo. We'll see. But there could be a lot of different things that are going to pop up over the anniversary and over this sort of pre-anniversary celebration as well. So we have no idea what's coming, so you might as well just go ahead and max out all your characters that you can, get them to level 2000, since that's the main time factor. And then if you do want to go ahead and use a specific character, get them to 498%, max out their soul boost. And since they're already level 2000, you won't have to wait more than just the amount of time it's going to take you to actually max out their soul boost. So it's a really great opportunity right now to do that, especially because you're going to have half-time training and double XP training right now. That is pretty much the best thing that you could possibly take advantage of as of the recording of this video to be able to max out your account. It's going to double the value you get out of your training items, and also on top of that, make it happen twice as fast as usual. So I cannot stress this enough. You really need to be taking advantage of this whole situation. And again, going back into another thing we've discussed, if you've knocked out, again, all of the skip tickets, all the energy tickets, you're done with that, then you might as well go into these and get all of these very, very cheap, which actually I've already gotten almost all of the bronze ones. I still have 100 of the training weight, 100 kilograms to get. But those are basically going to be very, very good value, as well as these golds too. You can get 50 of each of the gravity machine fuels, and that's great value too. So just consider stocking up on all your training items and then using those up right now, getting everything maxed out so your teams are all ready to go. So when those new units do drop, then you have pretty much every possible team member totally maxed out and ready to go, and you can soul boost them and have a brand new team as soon as you actually max out whatever the new character is, assuming you do end up pulling them. So one more thing to discuss before we actually end off today's video, and it's very, very important to talk about this if you're a free-to-play player, a little bit less so if you're someone like me that spends quite a bit of money on the game, but it is important to note here that the different amounts of value you're going to get out of every banner moving forward for about the next 2 weeks to a month is going to be very, very different, okay? They're going to be very different values in the short term and in the long term. Now, short term might mean that a regen flashback comes in, or a Sun family flashback comes in, or something like that, or even a female warrior tag flashback comes in, and that value right now, right at this point in this meta, in this time, is going to be very, very good, okay? Most likely they're going to offer other things to sort of bait out people's spending and make them feel like they need to spend more crystals right now before the actual main prize of this anniversary does come in, which again, most of us are assuming is going to be Super Vegito, along with maybe one other majorly hyped character, probably a version of Boo. Now, just scrolling on down right now, you can kind of see a few examples of this. Obviously, if you scroll down to... Oh, it actually went offline. Okay, so basically, guys, if you scrolled down this a few days ago, you saw there was sort of a flashback banner. Obviously, the Legends banners are not great, okay? The Step Up banner is really good value, but is it sort of baiting people into spending right now so they have less crystals going into the anniversary, so they feel like they need to spend more to actually keep up and get the new characters? It's very possible, you know? You really have to think about that kind of thing. Think about the motivations Bandai has for putting certain things into the game, and then think about how it's going to maybe drive your feelings, your emotions, and your purchases as a result later on in this month, because it's going to be a really, really crazy time for the game, and we might see a few hyped banners and a few very good value banners coming out to try to push people to purchase before those hyped banners do come out. So just keep all that in mind, because value is a very, very big thing with this game, long-term value being especially important. And again, you know, going back in time a little bit, about 5 months now, believe it or not, it's been 5 months since Super Broly did come out, and he's still absolutely really, really powerful. He has great utility. He's been on a very, very meta team, a top-tier team, since literally the day he came out, guys, which is insane to me. Since the Trinity became a thing, he has been meta-relevant to this day with no buffs or anything like that. His team has gotten buffs basically, but he himself has not gotten any buffs, okay? And he's still relevant almost 5 months later. So just keep in mind long-term value when you're thinking about summoning on these, and keep in mind also that we're going to get some very, very hyped units with this anniversary, and the good value right now might not be good value 2 weeks from now. You know, we might get Super Vegito that just blows everything else out of the water, or maybe not, but it's worth thinking about that. Now, before I end off the video, we are going to do some quick summons, just doing the basically dailies here. You know, only 100 crystals to get 3 summons there. We might as well see if we can get lucky with Goku. Cursed, boys. We're cursed. Hey, Gohan's great, don't get me wrong, but I really, really, really want Goku, dude. I really, really, really want Goku. We got super lucky on stream yesterday, and it was kind of funny because we had someone actually in chat say that that they'd basically bet their status in chat. They'd get banned if it was wrong, that I was going to get a sparking from the next summon. So I went one more in, and I actually did get a sparking from that. So it was kind of funny. I guess you kind of had to be there, but it was a pretty funny thing. But anyways, guys, that was pretty interesting. I guess we'll definitely take a Gohan. You know, I have no problems with that whatsoever. Absolutely very nice to have him more powerful, considering he is one of the best characters in the game at the moment, on one of the best teams, if not the most meta team in the game right now. So pretty nice to have a few thousand more power on him. This is going to guarantee us an extreme or above, and it's going to be Kid Goten. Not too bad. We're already 6 stars on him. Going to be a while before we get 7 stars on him. But yeah, that's going to be about it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching, as always. Let me know down in the comments section below if you have any ideas for future videos you'd like to see on the channel. Additionally, if you have any other suggestions as far as preparing for the anniversary, I would love to hear it. But basically what this boils down to is build up your resources. Once you've built up your resources, level your characters. Once you've leveled your characters, make sure you have all the crystals you possibly can saved up, and then think about the value you're going to be getting out of them with every summon moving forward over this next few weeks before and during the anniversary. So that'll be it for this one. As always, have a fantastic day. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, guys, peace.